All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the bottom eave line, the apron if you have it, if not, drip edge, the things that can happen, the water surface tension wicking back up under, the roof coming down to a flat spot, or what I call a ski jump. Let's just get into this and see what we can learn. So it's a perfect opportunity to show. So one thing, down here, you can see there's some pretty good rot to this fascia board. This fascia board is actually pretty stout. It's a 2x6. Most of the time you see a little 1x. I'm not a fan of them. 2x6s are better. It's solid, but the amount of water that's been getting to this over the years and why. It's completely rotten out down here. Well, let's examine and see what's going on. The roof is going to be replaced, but we need to stop the issue. First off, it looks like the gutter might be high, or the fact the fascia board's high, the roof pitch coming down. There's a ski jump here. Effects of what can happen. Water surface tension clinging to things is gonna run back up under. So if you look right here, one of these had a good opportunity to show right here. All right, so you can see the dirty water trail coming in where these keyways are. Even if it's a dimensional shingle, water will still come in with them touching. You can see how much water runs back, all the dirty debris, the evidence, and a keyway right there of a starter row. There's no apron. The roof deck comes down. The 2x6, in my opinion, is way too high. This should have been set lower, so imagine the pitch coming down. And at that point where my tip of my finger is, the fascia board should have been at that point or lower where it intersects. If you drew a flat, imagine taking a level, laying it on the roof deck and hanging it down, bring your 2x6 up where the outer edge right here comes up and makes contact with that, even though the backside is not high. That's it, stop. When the roof and the shingles lay down, it's gonna come off and nice little drip edge. Shingles will heat drip in. You wanna use apron as well. Apron goes up the roof deck farther, goes down into the gutter farther. You don't want it up high causing this because it will run back up under. What's been happening, look, you got mold, fungus, mushroom, something. It's starting to rot out. If it wasn't for the good deck, the gap between the board and the deck, you'd have that OSB rotting out. You'd be surprised how many areas or how many counties near me here in central Indiana say ice and water shield and even apron is not mandatory. It's not code. I'm sorry, but it should be used. Think of it this way. If some guy says, stand in front of an Amtrak train, jump off a bridge, it's a rush, you'll be okay. Jump into that water. You don't know how deep it is. Jump off this 100-foot cliff into the water. You'll be okay. Does that make it a good idea? No. So because some jackass in Hamilton County says, you don't need ice and water, it's not code, does that mean it's a good idea? No. Don't listen to them. They're stupid, all right? I'm sorry, my parents taught me to not say bad words like calling somebody stupid, but it's just a dumb idea, all right? So if you had apron on here, it would have stopped a lot of the issue from going back up under because it would give it that little upward kick. That piece of apron is gonna go up the roof deck far enough to block that and give it a slope so it runs off. Fascia board, when it was built, should have been a little bit lower. Choice of materials, it goes a long way. Now, this coming off, gutter's got to be removed, the fascia board's got to come off. It all adds into the repair cost, the time, the liability. Whoa, barely touched it and it just fell. All right, there's not much more to cover here other than some of the shoddy repairs I've seen where somebody wants to put a tab in but not take out the old. I guess that might be the old nail, ice and water. Or right there, you can see a tab repaired on a tab. Yeah, just careless. This is probably the original roof for this neighborhood. I'm almost certain. So it's all gonna come down, it's all gonna get redone. But I want to point out the fact here, in drip edge too, I did a gutter guard install yesterday. It was a 5-inch gutter like this, but they used drip edge, so T-drip or D-drip, whatever you want to refer to it as. It looks like a T, I would call it a T-drip. For a gable end, it hangs out. They put that on the bottom. It was also hung out further. Then they hung their shingles down so far, there literally was a gap that big for water and debris to get into. Well, guess what? Over the years, it's been getting in, but you can't get your hand in to clean it. Stupid idea. Then it works its way down and blocks the drain tubes, and then you get more water flowing over, and then you get a gutter falling off, and yeah, you just see the amount of trouble because some simple little things, using the right material for the job. Till next time, be safe. See you on the next one.